Big week in mobile news this week. Google buys Motorola Mobile. HP cuts its losses on the touchpad and Pre. How does this change the mobile landscape? Rafael Ruffolo. Let's start with Google. I really think the Google deal really just solidifies Android. It's just patent protection. There's 24,500 patents, including the patents pending. They've been going through some legal hassle lately at the hands of Apple, Microsoft, etc. I really don't think that it changes anything on the hardware side because I don't think they want to be a hardware vendor. They've already had their own spectacular failure. I think they spin off the actual hardware arm.
Yeah, I definitely have to disagree with you there. I don't think they're going to spin off the hardware side of Motorola. I mean, they paid $12 billion plus for this. Why don't they just pay $12 billion worth of lawyers' fees up front?
Well,
now,
they're going to have to with 24,000 patents anyway.
I don't think a $12 billion acquisition just for patents is their whole strategy here. And they took a hit in the stock market right away after that move. So they better have some plans, and this better not impact the Android's momentum. I think there's a very good chance it could, because you have other big manufacturers out there, HTC, LG, Samsung. They might be pretty upset.
I don't. This is one of the reasons I don't think Google will stay in the hardware side. Nobody's ever successfully competed with their own partners on the mobile side. Google being a prime example. Let's move on. HP cuts its losses on the touchpad and Pre. Maybe WebOS is going to fall by the wayside. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, right now HP is still sticking to the story that they're going to keep trying to push the WebOS platform, but not necessarily make devices for that. Well, this could only set back another company if any company's foolish enough to decide to start making WebOS devices. That's dead. They need to just accept that and move on. Even though I think they did it too quickly. It was definitely headed for a failure, but I mean, they're still the banners.
They dragged their feet so much in development, and then they cut it down 5 weeks into a god-awful campaign with Russell Brand.
Yeah, but I mean, a year of development is fine if you come up with something good, and they didn't.
Yeah. Well, we'll never know. I think it's a horrible thing. I think it was. I think that WebOS was, and I'm going to call it was because I don't see any future for it, the best OS in terms of combining usability and actual enterprise usefulness. That mantle now really falls to Microsoft, who are going to blow it by going to a desktop operating system on a tablet. Last word, winners and losers.
I think Microsoft has a chance to be a winner out of this. I sort of disagree with you there. I don't think necessarily they're going to blow it. It just depends how they now react to this. There's one less OS out there, and there's also RIM still out there. We bring them up every week, but I think in this case they're out there for the taking. I even heard of a rumor that Huawei, the Chinese company, would maybe look to buy a company like RIM there. So there's some other vendors out there that might be able to step in. There's one less OS out there. Apple's obviously a big winner out of this as well.
Apple wins every time.
Yeah.
I think Apple wins, Google solidifies, Android. Microsoft has a huge opportunity. RIM has to fight for fewer developers.
Right. That's true. I mean, but Android, I don't agree with you there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of risk right now.
That was easy.